Aloha. I want to talk about something that is really triggering. It's something that I've personally been triggered by, and my clients have been triggered by, and I'm sure that you have as well. This is about visibility. It's so scary to be seen. And what's interesting about that is in our relationships, oftentimes we want to be seen and loved and cared for more than anything in the world. We want to be fully accepted and regarded and supported for being our true selves. And it is so vulnerable to do that. And the thing about being seen is that a lot of us have had negative experiences where we're seen, and maybe in these negative experiences we've even been attacked by someone else. I've heard stories of, oh, like I told this person like these secrets about me. I shared my deepest heartbreak, pain, and trauma. And as soon as we got into a fight, they just turned around and used that against me. And it's the most heartbreaking, gutting thing in the world to go through that. And it can make us put up walls so that we don't get hurt. And what I see happening with a lot of really successful people, and success in a variety of ways, like whether it's successful in business or it's within their artwork or it's how they show up with their friends or family. I notice that people can really, this is a wall that is not uncommon, and it's this, I want to be seen, but I want to control how I'm seen. And what that can do is it can lead to this attitude of like wanting to kind of know everything. And this is something that in Love Renegades we call the illusion of absorption. The illusion of absorption is an illusion of relationship. It's one of the illusions of relationship that separate us from love. And when we are under the influence of the illusion of absorption, we want to know everything. And like we study up, we read as much as we can about a subject that is really just like we're banging our heads against the wall. And I see this happen a lot of times with really smart, successful people in the area of relationships. Like they've read the books, they've gone to the seminars, and still they're not having the experiences that they want. And I have experienced this in other life areas as well. I know how frustrating it is to study and know and breathe these principles and have things not turn out the way that you want. It just does not seem fair. But what's missing for illusion of absorption folks, and we've all been there, is there is this deeper knowing, this deeper, it's this deeper part within ourselves that is calling for more work to do. And by work, I mean it's causing you to really go within in a way that feels scary, feels confrontational. And you know why? It's because it's the unknown. you can't hide behind a knowledge or like behind a book or your knowledge when this thing is right there. And this thing, we can think of it archetypally and as your saboteur, and how we all have an inner saboteur. And within this saboteur archetype, and when I first learned about archetypes, I'm on a journey of like learning and just absorbing information and perspectives that support me and being the best I can be and supporting others. Of course, like I love learning, and most people who are under the influence of the illusion of absorption, they love absorbing information, right? So Carolyn Mace talks about the different archetypes, and she speaks to the saboteur. And the saboteur, it's something we all have, no matter how evolved you are, no matter where you're at. Like the saboteur archetype is there. And whenever there's a healing opportunity or an empowerment opportunity, that saboteur is going to swoop in and say, this doesn't fit into how we see things. This is a threat to our persona, to our knowing. So we're going to just say that's not true. We're not even willing to entertain it. We're going to fight against it. And it's just like with all of the illusions of relationship, it's frustrating and it's sad because they often point to qualities in us that are so amazing that can become dysfunctional. So in the subject of being seen in relationships, and how I talk to so many people, so many of us say the same things, like, I want to be seen and loved and appreciated for who I am, right? And this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it feels really good in theory, but the steps to take to get there can be so uncomfortable. It can be like the most gutting work. And that's because you're really looking at your saboteur. You have your junior, that's my word for ego. You have junior kind of under the microscope, and you're not being mean to junior. You're just like, all right, like, what is this? What part of me is coming forth and wants me to see this part of myself? And oftentimes we'll push it away because it's hard or it's something we don't want to deal with, but it's essential to get to where you're going. And when we meet this opportunity for visibility, and when someone else, and I see people, when I get the opportunity to be in a sacred space to talk to someone, I'm so fully present and I want to bring forth everything I can to that person. And this isn't from a place of proving how great I am. It's like, I want to let that person know what I see and what I sense. And I want their participation in that. And when something comes up, if someone wants to be seen, and if they don't want to look at what's being brought forth, and that can be saying like, oh, Lauren, you're wrong, which is fine. Like we're all allowed to do that. Or, oh no, that's mistaken. Or no, I need more information about this. Needing more information is usually a sign that we're not ready to check in with ourselves about that. So what can happen when we're seen is, even if it's something we really, really want, that saboteur part of us feels like we're being attacked and the defenses come up. And all of our defenses look different. Some of us will want to like kick and punch or get angry. We'll lash out at the person who's bringing it to us. And others will, smile and nod and be polite. That's a great defense as well. So just notice how you are when something comes forth like anytime you feel triggered by something, that's a great indication that something within you wants to be seen and that the saboteur is there. Doesn't necessarily mean that whatever's being brought forth is absolute truth, but it's there for you to look at, to connect with the bigger part of you that wants to be seen by you, so that you can show up and allow your whole self into the relationship and be seen by your partner, be seen by the people that you're dating and building intimacy with. So that's how you break free of the illusion of absorption. And it's a whole process, and it is not something that happens overnight. And there are other illusions of relationship, and I'd love to get with you about this. So if you want an amazing relationship, whether you're single and you're like, yes, I want, like, this is what my ideal relationship looks and feels like, this is what I want, or you're currently in partnership and you want to build that with your partner, let's talk. I would love to do that, and I will have instructions on how to do that in the video below, in the description of the video below. So sending you so much love and courage. So at Love Renegades, we say courage is the vehicle of love. So I am Lauren Kay Wyatt. I'm a relationship coach and the founder of Love Renegades. Love you.